Hello, I'm Zeos Pantera, the host of In-Ear Fetish, and we're here with a $30 IEM. The Tripowin Vivace. Vivace? I don't know, I'm sure it's some weird pronunciation. And I saw the collaboration logo, and I'm like, the hell is that? So apparently, they're a South Korean review channel. I looked them up. Because it's $30 IEM, you're doing collab with Tripowin. 100,000 subscribers, 422 videos. There's a waifu in the thumbnail. I like it so far. And it's a lot of true IEMs. Just, that's the Grell phones are on here. I should see what they say about the Grell phones. Because here's the thing, they're on Amazon as well for $29.90 with, a $10 10% coupon. And so they're real cheap. And I think they have good reviews. 10 reviews, 10 stars. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. 10 reviews of 5 stars. Most of these are written in English. However, a lot of these are just like the name. Just Quinn says the name. And then Hillel says the name. Great amount of details, well textured and pleasant for hours. There's one 4-star review, which is here. Great for the price, but it hurts a little after 5 hours of use. I don't know how. I mean, just pain. I'm going to complain about the wire. Despite this being a Tripowin IEM, and Tripowin being like my go-to if you need a cheap cable, just get a Tripowin cable. This wire is fucking annoying. But the sound, it started, my listening session started with something like really harsh and aggressive, and I'm like, well, it sounds like ass. These IEMs are ass. But then it's been moving on, slowly changing to Paganini and like female vocals, and the longer I've been using them, the more I've been getting used to the sound, and you know what? These are nice. We're currently on Paganini Violin Concert, and I'm gonna let you listen to them, look at them first. Just a clear back with metal underneath it. It's like a little like N logo for some reason. It says Tripowin here. I've got the Duno SS tips, very bitch basic, super lightweight plastic guy. $30 IEM. It's built like $30 IEM. But here, if we listen to, that's very good presentation. It's a dynamic. It's a 10mm titanium coated PET, not a titanium coated PET. It's a PET dynamic driver IEM, and this is actually Korean lettering. Because if you look it up on the page, on the Linsol page at least, it tells you that it's 0DIBI. No. So they didn't put the Korean. The Korean is here. It's like OCI upside down A. Like it's real weird to try to convert Korean to English characters. It's just don't. And apparently this YouTuber who did this is very into measurements, and that's usually a problem because very, very measurement people tend to be like dead fucking flat. I point at the DMS Omega. He's a measurement person. He wanted his headphone to be dead flat because that's the truest of sounds. And I tend to like stray away from that. Like, make it interesting. Okay, we've got a headphone or an IEM that's perfectly flat. We only need one of those. Now move on. And these aren't to the point where I'm like, oh, they're dead neutral and boring. I'm finding some soul in there. In fact, it even mentions that there's warmth. Imagine that. Imagine being someone into measurements and then skewing that measurement to make it, and I'm quoting, more enjoyable for music listeners, whom I think should be the main purpose of buying an IEM is fucking music listeners. I can't get over how much I hate this cable, though. I might change it. All right, you know what? We're changing it. I want to try this on the Orchard audio. Let's take this out of here. It's a 3.5, which is fine. These are so light. And this wire is just, here's what it is. This looks like a 4-wire weave, because it is, but what it is, it's two 2-wire twists, aggressive twists, and they twist the aggressive twists together to make this, like, I don't know, super hatred-filled cable. Like, it feels hard. Like, it's like rocks. And then it sort of bounces, and it doesn't have the right flex. Like, look, it's $30. I can't complain too much, but fucking watch me. So let's. Ooh, oh yeah, here. The new, these are the new effect audio cables. I wish they put the name of them on here. They don't, so I have to just guess. But here, this is a nice wire. Let's put this one on there. As far as bass performance goes, because they're talking about, it's deep sub bass. They're not a bass IEM. I turned up the fucking EQ over here, and it worked just fine. That's the left side. But in general, I'd say the one standout audio performance thing is Soundstage. I'm sitting back. I'm not. They do the right thing, and where you're trying to make a $30 IEM, don't make it aggressive. Don't try to push detail out of a $30 IEM. It's gonna fucking fail. And there's been some miraculously good, relatively inexpensive IEMs of late. This one still is a little bit stiff too. This needs to be worked. That have done detail really fucking well, but I tend to tell people to just avoid that. Do what cheap IEMs should do, which is just let me fucking chill. Obviously, I'm a broke motherfucker if I'm buying a $30 IEM. Nothing wrong with that. But I shouldn't have, don't ruin my day with murderous treble and harshness and just anything that'll get on my nerves. That guy that said they bothered him after 5 fucking hours, that's a good fucking run. That means he had 4 hours of absolute happiness. And after 5, he was like, I'm all into these. They didn't even mention if that was a sound problem or a physical problem. They fit really well, too. I just love a good knob. And Valencia now has a good knob over here. Space Dandy, which is very Japanese. Just someone's playing what's the Hawaiian little tiny guitar? That one. Play the luau. Shit, I forget what it's called. And that's just nice. And it's wide. Actually, go back. Shit, it started changing up the track. Oh yeah, this is spectacularly nice. This might be one of the chiller $30 IEMs. Like this, I'd probably recommend this over the new Blonde BLO 3 Mark II. Just because. The wire is meh, but you get over it. Oh, hit the wrong button. Yeah, you know what? These are $30 IEMs. I'm gonna put them in like the $50 range. The wire is, it's more annoying than bad. Like, it's just a stiffness. Like, I don't know, maybe you gotta put it in the washing machine a few times. Wow, now that I'm feeding these like ungodly amounts of power. How are they taking so much power? I know I've got a 30 dB choke in the back of Valencia, but that's up all the way. Have these become a different beast at this volume? I'm listening to the RRR soundtrack and tears, blood, and breach. Yeah, they're definitely not a bassy IEM. Don't get into them if you're into bass. Like, there's some present, but it's not like... I would never be like, listen to these bassy IEMs and reach for the fucking Vivace. It's not that. This is a sound staging imaging experience. Leave it at that. $30. Can't go wrong. Except for the wire. Oh yeah, it's struggling on Megalobox. It's like, boomp? You want me to go boomp? I can't boomp. Boomp is too much. They actually might respond better at volume. Ooh, there goes that treble that I was complimenting how little it was like in my face. Turns out giving it infinite amounts of power will fix that. I am also using a $30 IEM on wholly too expensive equipment right now. And very fucking fucked up equipment. Like, this is probably the most normal thing would be this. It sounds so much different. That's fine. Like, that's fine. A Face I Would Sit On from Junkie XL from the Deadpool soundtrack. Because I know Junkie XL also did, like, Mad Max Fury Road, and I'm reading, like, A Face I Would Sit On. Did Furiosa say that? Like, what? No, it's Deadpool. Perfectly fine. More than acceptable for $30. More than acceptable for $30. I had my doubts. I was kind of going in this hating on the tips, by the way. Just come with a selection of tips. They're all exactly the same. People complain that I don't use, like, stock. You got to try to stock tips. Yes, no, I don't. Anyone, if you don't have, like, an extra set of tips, then this is all you're going to be fucking stuck with anyway. Find tips that work for you. It's like being forced to use house bowling shoes. No. Fuck you. I'll bring my own shoes. I bring my own shoes to bowling. And I will bring my own shoes, my ear tips to tip listening. And if you don't think that, it's not as good, shut up. Buy your own tips. It's a very personal thing, how the tips fit in your ears. That's why I use use an extra large and a large. Right and left. So don't tell me I have to use your goddamn bowling shoes. I'll use my own goddamn bowling shoes and put those in my ear. But yeah, no, I don't have much more to say about a $30 IEM. They do a remarkably warm, soft presentation of sound until you crank it and the treble gets in there, but it's never bassy. And if that's what you want, Vivace. Vivace. Did you put an accent mark? The Vivace. Fungul. There you go. So yeah, Wallpaper Horde. Patreon, subscribe to support this channel. To know all those IEMs that's so cheap, I really can't put it in the yard sale. But if you're ever interested, 1st to the 10th of every month, I sell a bunch of IEMs that I've reviewed. And you can check that out on the Big Z Reviews channel. And if not, then just hand you a pair of these. It'd be great. It'd be great. You want to see more reviews like this without waiting? Check out Patreon and subscribe. So there are free posts for the next upcoming batch of IEM reviews. This is the 4th one I'll have on there, so if I do any more, it'll probably be in a separate post, but we're getting there for now. Oh, and I was playing around with tubes. Like tubes coming out of tubes. And they don't need it. It's a different sound, but perfectly acceptable regardless. So yeah, I'm done, you're done, we're done. I'll see you in the next one for the next $30 IEM that's actually pretty decent. Glad the camera did turn off. I'm gonna take the picture, and I noticed that the magnets inside this is pretty goddamn strong. That is a significant amount of magnetic prowess for just a dynamic. That's doing stuff. Can I get it to spin constantly? Hold on. $30 magic fidget spinner, go! They won't pick each other up though. All right, good enough. Good enough, waifu. Good enough.